Hi guys. As I said, I'm going to create a little video here showing you how you can figure out what you did incorrectly. So I know Ben had offered his account as an example. He felt it was okay for me to look into his account, and that was fine. The only thing is, forgot that Ben said his access had run out. So because of that, I couldn't go in and see his account either. Nathan said that he was okay if I used him as an example for this. So what I did, and I kind of have to do it this way so that you don't all see all of the marks, I just clicked right into Nathan's name. So what you do if you make mistakes or you want to get some feedback on how you did an assignment, you go right back to that original assignment and you just click right on the assignment. Or you click on the dot 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 beside it and you go to view submission. Okay, so you can do either or, and I think for you guys it might be the dot 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 view submission. Okay, again, I always have the instructor view, and this is one of those things that is easier to show you guys in person so that I'm just looking at it from your perspective. But if you go view submission, you should get yourself into this where it says scorecard detail. So if I go in and like a student is wondering why they didn't do so well in an assignment or whatever, I go in and I look first of all maybe at this little rubric to see if I can see any issues with that. Okay, but the best way to do it, so it says here, add the file name field to the footer of the document using the default format. All right, so that's telling me that Nathan didn't do that. Now, Nathan might say, well, I feel like I did that. So what I would do is I would click on Live Comments Report. Okay, so that is something that you have access to. So I'm clicking on that, and what that's going to do is it's going to bring up the document that Nathan submitted, and it's also going to bring up some comments on that. All right, so kind of the same as if you did something for me and I was giving you feedback on it. All right, so really at this point it says this is the only thing that he lost marks on. Okay, so it kind of gives you like a summary at the very beginning. Now I'm going to go down into the actual file. So again, we have everything looks really good. It's his letter, looks good. I'm scrolling down now. I don't see a footer here. All right. So I'm going down. I don't see any footer. So that is where he lost the marks, and if Nathan wanted to, he could go back in, he could fix that up, and he could resubmit it. You get up to 3 submissions, and I think for Word, because it's the first chapter, I think I've given more than 3 submissions, so you can kind of keep that in mind. Because I find sometimes people are making mistakes and they're not sure about the errors, so or they make a mistake uploading the file. It's just kind of all such a learning curve for that first little bit. So that's kind of what the live reports looks like. It doesn't have a whole lot to report because he didn't really do all that much wrong. He just left out the footer. All right, so that's where you go. I'm going to close that. The other thing that I could do, and I suggest that to students sometimes, they might say, well, I think I did do that. Go to download submitted file, because sometimes, again, we're working with artificial intelligence here, so sometimes things are missed. Okay, it's not a perfect scoring scheme. So I'm going to click on the zip version. I'm going to go to that file one more time, take a look at it from here. Okay, and again, go into the letter. I'm going to scroll down. And okay, so no, there is no footer here. So I've looked at the file 2 different ways. It says there was no footer. it deducted marks for that, and I also can't see them here. Now, you don't have to redo the document all over again. You just have to make the changes, and then you can resubmit the file. Okay, so I hope that helps everybody. I hope that gives you some idea. It is easier if we're kind of in the lab in a face-to-face environment for this, because then I'm looking at your actual account. But I think that this should help you guys, and feel free if you want to up your marks. I am all for it, and it's just good that you get to learn how to do this properly. All right, any questions after this, please let me know. Thanks.